Back in 1999, I started tracing my roots. One of the very first things I ran across was the fact that my great-grandfather and his 4 brothers enlisted in the Civil War back in 1864. Much to my surprise, in the military documents that were at the National Archives where I was doing my research, one of the documents in the military files had the name of their owner, and it said Thomas Hinton.
My grandfather, who grew up in this house, we drove around, referred to what we call the cabin now as the slave quarters, and that is at all that I knew.
On Yahoo People Search, and I typed in Henton, what I thought was Versailles, Kentucky, and up popped 2 people, last name Hinton, who lived on one of those streets at that intersection. So I wrote a letter to both of them, and I said that my research has led me to you possibly being descended from the man who owned my ancestors.
Wandering through life one day, and I opened the mail, and there was this letter from Audrey Hinton, Hinton. Same pronunciation, a little different spelling. And I opened the letter, and she had told me what she had done on tracing ancestries back to Frank Hinton from this farm, and when he joined the Union Army.
Well, I didn't get a chance to call them. Hoppy called me. I guess it was the day he got the letter.
And it's just a remarkable opportunity to kind of visit and figure out where we all came from.
Well, when my great-grandfather and his 4 brothers enlisted in the Civil War, the enlistment officer told them that they had to serve under their owner's name. And they protested. They said, no, our last name is Garrett. They were using the name that their father used, and we want to serve under the name Garrett. Well, the enlistment officer said, no, you have to serve under your owner's name because it's easier for the government to keep track of you. Well, the enlistment officer wrote their name down as Hinton rather than Henton.
So this is part of that. When Audrey discovered this, is kind of when first I really learned about any of it.
I brought them some of their family history, and they have brought me some of mine. And we call each other cousins, even though there's no blood, no evidence that there's any blood that we share. But there certainly is another type of family type relationship that will go on forever.